my brags turn to facts. All my brags turn to facts. All my hundreds turn to racks. All my ladies turn to snacks. SUVs black on SUVs black on black. I was fucking up, but now I'm back on track. That's a fact. Filet mignon, that's
Machine Gun Kelly took a shit on the bus.
that shit cut my cash in half, and it hurt. Main chicks say I'm a flirt. Older women fall for me, I make them press that life alert. I just took a flight back to the A, I'm ready to get right to work.
What's up, guys? Welcome to One Shot Table Talk. I'm glad you're back. Let's go ahead and hop into the UFC. So today we're going to be talking about UFC 266. That's going to be this Saturday. One of the most talked about fights on that card is Nick Diaz versus Robbie Lawler. It's a 17-year fight in the making. Last time they fought were like in 2003 or something like that. And Nick hasn't fought since 2015 against Anderson Silva. And Robbie Lawler hasn't fought since 2020 in August. Both of them lost their last fight. Well, Nick Diaz's fight ended up being a no contest because they really didn't fight. But yeah, 17 years in the making. Supposedly something happened with Nick Diaz during training, so now he doesn't want to make weight. So they're going to be moving that fight from welterweight to middleweight, and so they won't have to be making a weight cut. Robbie Lawler isn't too happy about it, but what do you do? Who I have for this fight is Nick Diaz. I hope he shows up. I hope he doesn't pull a Cowboy Cerrone, and not show up. He says in a recent interview that he's not really knowing why he wants to do this. He's not feeling it. He doesn't really want to fight Robbie Lawler. He wants to fight Kamaru Usman or somebody like that. But the guy hasn't fought since 2015, so he has to have a tune-up fight to become, legible to fight the fucking guy with the strap, you know what I mean? Kamaru Usman. But we'll see. I got Nate Diaz winning this fight, and I think it goes all 5 rounds, but we shall see. Shevchenko versus Murphy. I got Shevchenko winning because, of course, look at her. She's one of the best, dude. The only person she can't beat is Amanda Nunes for some reason. I got Shevchenko for the dub. Murphy is a durable fighter, and we'll see who ends up coming out on top. But, yeah, man, for the dub, Shevchenko. So we got Volkanovski versus Ortega for the featherweight strap, that featherweight belt, the gold. That will be the main fight on the card. And, I got Volkanovski. Other people got Ortega. Ortega's a good fighter. He's also durable. He can easily get the dub as well as Volkanovski can. It's pretty much, it's going to be a nice technical fight, I feel like. It's not going to be just, hands flying. Like, these guys are going to be very technical. They're going to be moving chess pieces around. And Volkanovski, he's a much shorter, stouter guy. And Ortega's a more taller, skinnier guy. So Ortega's going to have to use his range and his tall and his length and his reach for an advantage over Volkanovski. But if Volkanovski gets in that pocket and decides that, he gets in the pocket and decides like he's going to 1-2, 1-3 his ass, then, Volkanovski's most likely going to win. So if Brian Ortega keeps his reach, stays, pulls an O'Malley. O'Malley always fights, from far away, but when he gets in the pocket too, he can bang. But we'll see what happens with Volkanovski versus Ortega. I believe that Volkanovski gets the dub and keeps and defends his belt once again. And then after that, it could be Ortega versus Max Holloway, or Volkanovski versus Max Holloway. Volkanovski had a hard fight against Max Holloway, and, it pretty much was a draw, but they gave it to Volkanovski. What else do we got? So the trilogy is on, man. We got Moreno versus Figueiredo. That will be December 11th. Moreno will be making his title defense for the first time. And, yeah, that's that Mexican badass little fighter. We'll see what happens, dude. But that's December 11th. 16 title bouts booked from UFC 260 to 269. 8 of these will be rematches, and it's going to be very fun rest of the year after we get out of September. So, Conor McGregor and MGK altercation. I know that happened about 2 weeks ago, but I'm going to go ahead and cover it. Conor McGregor didn't go up to Machine Gun Kelly and ask for a picture. what was told to me is what I've discovered is that Conor McGregor saw Megan Fox on the red carpet, you know, and Megan Fox and MGK are together. And McGregor was like, "Hey, Megan, you know, let's take a picture." And he went to go over there and, you know, talk with her, get close, you know, probably put a hand around her or something, take a picture. And MGK stepped up and pushed him and was like, "Nah, you ain't taking a picture with my chick." And McGregor spilt a little bit of his drink, didn't get on his suit, but it fell on the ground. He was like, "What the fuck?" And he lobbed his fucking drink at Machine Gun Kelly. And, you know, Machine Gun Kelly took a shit on the bus. You know, Machine Gun Kelly, if you watch the video and you look at the pictures, Machine Gun Kelly just has like this blank ghost stare like, "Fuck, please don't ruin my career." Because Machine Gun Kelly and Megan Fox, their careers were going downhill. People forgot about them, you know, from the Eminem beef with MGK. And then we kind of forgot about Transformers with Megan Fox, right? So when they got together, their careers blew up. Like, they re-sparked some flame. So now they're together, kissing, making sexy stuff on the red carpet. Conor McGregor, dude, Megan Fox has been attending UFC events since way back when. So, of course, Machine Gun Kelly's going to, you know, feel some type of way when Conor McGregor, you know, Mac himself is invited to this Met Gala thing because of Justin Bieber and is going to be giving out awards and yada, yada, yada.
New York is back, and so is the Mac. And 2022 will be our greatest year yet. Artist of the Year, what an honor. This is about more than a single song, album, or video. It's about the total impact these nominees made on our lives and culture. It takes a mega talent and extreme dedication to become one of the most influential forces on the planet. Take it from me. Now check out the nominees. And the VMA goes to Justin Bieber.
Conor, we're gonna get him next time, my boy. Let's go.
This dude, Machine Gun Kelly, he wasn't. What it is what is it called? You know, he's a little concerned that, you know, maybe Megan Fox has been in McGregor's DMs, you know. I mean, I'm sure they had past. Like, when Conor was blowing up, Megan Fox was in the stands already, you know what I'm saying? So, I don't know, but what I do know is Conor McGregor did not go up to Machine Gun Kelly and ask for a picture. You know what I mean? And, you know, there's a bunch of other things that Machine Gun Kelly's a Dustin Poirier fan, yada, yada, yada. But that's as far as I'm going to cover it. And if anybody says that Machine Gun Kelly would beat the shit out of Conor McGregor, they're out of their mind. Conor McGregor is a fucking lion, you know what I mean? Conor McGregor's a lion, a gorilla on the red carpet with all these people in makeup and stuff like that. Like, yeah, he's an artist, but he's not a singing artist. He was just there to give an award. He's very popular, and, you know, Machine Gun Kelly was just a little nervous. Didn't want to get his bitch taken, even though Conor McGregor came with his wife. So, whatever, that's all I'm going to cover on that. And let's go ahead and hop back into the fighting era. So we got Gable Steveson. You know, there was talks about him being signed to the UFC, which could have happened, but it didn't happen because Dana didn't push it. You know, he didn't push like, "Hey, Gable Steveson, come over. Let's, you know, figure out what kind of numbers we're working with." So Gable Steveson ended up signing with the WWE. Dana didn't, you know, push as hard to get him, or even, I don't even think they came up with a contract. Like, they just talked over the phone very shortly, and they decided that they weren't going to sign him to the UFC. Gable Steveson is signed with the WWE now. He's going back to school as well, so we will probably see him later on in the future. He's probably taking the Brock Lesnar route. We got Jake Paul, man. Jake Paul wants to fight everybody on the UFC roster, and that's including Derek Brunson and Jorge Masvidal. That's not going to happen per Dana White. Won't happen. But, what's his name? The Spider. You know what I'm saying? Anderson Silva. Anderson Silva is opened to fight ready to fight, winning boxing matches, but Jake Paul's probably not going to call him out and fight him. So what's going to happen is Jake Paul will end up fighting Tommy Fury if Tommy Fury can get paid correctly that he wants to. And we're going to be seeing Jake Paul and Tommy Fury probably before the end of the year or early 2022. But Jake Paul, go ahead and keep calling everybody out, baby. That shit's fucking funny, and I encourage it. So the only fighter to knock out Israel Adesanya just signed to the UFC. I forgot his name at the moment, but he's a kickboxer, and he just signed earlier last week. And, you know, we'll see how things go. I don't think he's going to do great in the UFC. I think it's all talk because he knocked out Israel Adesanya fucking 15 years ago, you know what I mean? So we'll see what goes with that. So we got that trans fighter, man. That trans fighter fought some chick, right? So it's a dude that made himself a girl, right? Went and fought at another company other than the UFC, right? It's MMA. So this guy fought MMA against another girl, right? And he barely won. Like, the girl was piecing him up, but he's a girl too, right? And he was getting pieced up, and then somehow got like some type of choke on her, and ended up winning the fight. It was horrible. But what do you guys think about that? Trans men, trans people, I don't even know how to say it, but trans fighters going into the women division and fighting. I mean, that's testosterone built up for years, like everyone's saying. It's built up for years. How can you be a man and then go fight in a woman's division and just call yourself a girl, get you another haircut, get some whatever, plastic surgery or whatever he did? I'll pull up the picture, man. That picture from Transformation is weird. I'm not going to cover too much about it because I don't want to get anything taken down. We're watching what we say on this channel now, considering we can't talk about COVID and Joe Rogan and whatnot. So, also, Dillon Danis gets arrested. He gets arrested at some bar for some type of altercation, some verbal words being said. Somebody got punched and pushed, and a cop actually got him in a rear naked choke on the ground and made Dillon tap. He's saying that his leg was messed up or something like that, but there's pictures of him getting arrested and taken to jail. So Dillon Danis, I think he's kind of a stain, kind of, you know, somebody that's trying to stay relevant. And right now, he's looking like he's not staying relevant. And for those people that you don't know who Dillon Danis is Conor McGregor's old sparring partner from way back when, you know, before Khabib and everything. Yeah, but also, I'm ready for this. Are y'all ready for this? Paddy the Baddy, right, versus Tony Ferguson. That's what's next, man. From a source, that's what I got. I think that's awesome, man. Like, if we can see Paddy the Baddy versus Tony Ferguson, it goes good for both of them. Tony fucking wins. He goes back up in a little bit of ranking, you know, because they got that star power. But if Paddy wins against Tony, it's game over, dude. Paddy's going to be fighting for real, the real deal, you know. Here's the promo.
There are a bunch of rumors, but I have to keep my mouth shut and keep training. I have to wait until somebody says something important.
Don't chat shit, lad. I'll tell it how it is. We don't do if buts or maybes, lad. We do absolutes.
There's a choke. He's choking him right here, right now. So he's got it. He's got it. That's it.
I literally want him to make him quit. I want to push and grind him so hard that I have to look at him and tell him, are you done? Have you had enough? Because I'm tired.
You know me saying, lad, I'm a scouser. We don't get knocked out.
Didn't quite have the full extension to drive it. There's the flying triangle.
Ferguson. Tony Ferguson is an animal. An animal. He's the scariest guy at 155 in my word.
I agree.
He don't get tired.
Yeah.
That Cowboy fight freaked me out. Cowboy looked like Tony had bricks in his gloves.
Yeah.
His face was all busted up. Tony didn't look like he had a scratch on him.
Yeah, man, I'm so ready for that fight. Hopefully that shit happens. If not, Paddy will probably end up fighting somebody else, and then he'll end up fighting like a Tony Ferguson or somebody big. He needs one more fight before he can actually get up in the rankings like that. Not unless Tony decides to do it off rip. That would be sweet. But yeah, guys, Let's see how these fights go this weekend. If I would have to bet, it would be I got Nick Diaz winning, I got Volkanovski winning, and I have Valentino Shevchenko winning. Who do you got? Comment down below, like, subscribe, share. Thank you guys for watching another episode of One Shot Table Talk, and we'll see y'all next time. Peace.
All my brags turn to facts, all my hundreds turn to racks, all my ladies turn to snacks. SUVs black on SUVs black on black. I was fucking up.